is the hacking,
Wait,
and so posted it right now that CBN website is down. I understand this movement.
wait, wait. The CBM website is down.
Yes, right now.
Who did that?
Anonymous, they claim anonymous on Twitter. I mean, obviously it's a human being, so but I had to post it. I think the police website, if I'm not sure, was hacked in,
Mm.
2 days
Yes, I saw it.
that. Yeah, so that's just one area where I'm having some, because hacking, people can take it too far, and that's intrusive. We're I think now we're breaking some kind of laws when it comes to private
Yes,
laws.
yes.
I mean, as a young, tired, frustrated, but let's be guided. Let's not take this energy too far. So that's just the only that I see that I kind of agree with. But again, NSAS, I think it's due. I think it's time. I think it's the right time. There's no right time for um anything, you know.
You, you know what's funny? I actually wrote an article concerning this hacking stuff. Last year, I still repeated the article this year in a different form because I thought our cybersecurity system is very vulnerable. I don't know if you saw the article. Very, very, very vulnerable.
A lot of things from
Yeah,
you.
yeah. As I'm talking to you right now, the whole of continent of Africa, it's like 30 million kilometers square. That is our landmass. That is how large Africa is. So it is so large that if you pick US, the entire US is like 9 million square kilometers. You put it in, it will enter into Africa. You carry Canada 9 million, put it, it will enter. Carry China 9 million, it will put
Wow.
it, it will enter. Carry India 3 million kilometers square, put it, it will all enter. All this, that is how large Africa is. As I'm speaking to you, Africa has only 41 satellite for communication, 41 satellite for internet and telecommunication. And okay, let me compare it with France, for example. France is a very small country, just like 600,000 kilometers square. So imagine France, as little as France is, France has 73 satellite. Yeah.
One.
So yes, one country with 73 satellite. That is even small. Oh. I'm not even giving that of China or that of US. I'm not even giving you those figures. US alone has up to more than 700 satellites. Even right now with the Elon Musk program that they're doing, it's like I should be more than 1,500 now. So our cybersecurity system is so vulnerable. The problem is that the African satellite is so vulnerable that other people are contracted to construct our satellite for us. So the construction, the launching, and
Really?
joint management. Yes,
Wow.
yes, yeah.
So
So these people they can put anything.
yeah, we're
They
vulnerable.
can.
Vulnerable.
And in 2016, Israel launched a satellite. They call it Amos 16. They wanted to provide Africa with internet coverage. You know, I watched it and I smiled. I asked myself, why are they doing this? Why are you trying to give Africa free internet coverage? Then I did my research and I discovered that they spend about 400,000 hours working on constructing the satellite. Can you imagine 400,000 hours and 29 months to construct with several men, scientists that were working on it? How much did the satellite cost? More than $150 million.
Oh my
Then I said, okay, are they collaborating with any African countries on this? I discovered that they were just doing it on their own. They launched it, the satellite failed, they relaunched another one last year again. So I was like, what is the zeal? What is behind all these things? So our cybersecurity system is very, very fragile, very vulnerable to malicious hackers. Anybody can come in. To me, this issue of hacking CBN and website is it's a declaration of war. I'm sorry, but it's a declaration of war to the sovereignty of Nigeria. It's because like anything can happen to us.
I mean, that's a central bank system.
Mm,
I don't quite agree with that. Hacking in
yeah.
general, because you may support them to do this, but then
Mm,
you cannot control what anybody can do or stop. You
yeah.
So that's just one area where I'm a little, not a little bit, I'm just opposed, within the protest,. Within the movement.
Mm.
I mean, hopefully,
I, I also got news. I saw the picture I saw this evening was a group of protesters that they were paying tribute to the victim of police brutality. When I saw that, my heart, you
yeah,
posted it too,
no,
my heart melted.
hmm and I think we're not a misguided youth. That
Mhm,
that we're misguided, that we're lazy, I think is wrong. I think
mhm,
it's offensive. I think it's right. Anybody who's watching how this is a protest that does not have any leader per se. These are
mhm,
young coming together, organizing themselves. I
mhm,
share what happened recently. Yesterday, on WhatsApp, this group of young, very young, Nigerian youth, we want to go to the protest, but we don't have money for transport, right? So admin was like, okay, how much do you guys need? So right there, select a leader among yourself. They did. So 30,000. I don't know if it's up to $13 or $20. I'm not. Was wired to them, right? And later in the day, this young lad came back. I was like, I have 2,500. Even thinking about it right now is giving me chills because
mhm.
it's not like we know each other. It's not like we've
Yeah.
seen. And this guy came. I mean, his transparency blew me away. Oh, we have to
Mhm,
be left, and we ate. We laughed ourselves. They were trying to make the resources last. you know and if they had gotten away, or if they didn't go, nobody will arrest, nobody will even know, right? Like
yeah.
it's free money. And so you know so I said, oh, I want to know this young person, who this person is, right?
Mhm,
And then I asked the age. He said he's 18. I'm like, you're 18 years old, you
mhm,
know so things like this shouldn't just I shouldn't sweep it under the rug, right? So I made a post and I apologized. And I was ashamed of myself because I
mhm.
carry conscious bias
Yeah.
towards Nigerian youth like myself, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm,
oh my God, why am I shocked about this? This is who we are. We have integrity. We have deep.
mhm.
When we
Yeah.
deal with our we give report, we give feedback. So I shouldn't be shocked by that because I'm a Nigerian youth too. And I know that I display these qualities. Why am I shocked just because they are back home? Right?
Mhm,
And I'm shocked at him telling me, oh, this is how much you gave us, this is what we have, you know? I'm throwing this out there because we ourselves, we've bought into this wrong narrative about
yeah.
ourselves, right?
Mhm,
This distrust, we need to do away with it. I mean, just look at the protest today. Young people gave way so that young Muslims could pray at Tollgate today. This is a protest with no leader. This is not a sponsored no, this has nothing to do with politics, religion, or a particular tribe. This is just
mhm,
Nigerian youth of all creed, of all
mhm,
class, of all status, of all educational background. I mean, name it, everybody is there. What
mhm,
what are we screaming for? Why are we leaving our comfort zones to be on the street? The big question. I know it's about police brutality,
yeah.
but the underlying tone. We're tired. We're fed up. We need
Mhm,
change. We
yeah.
want, we deserve change, you know? And
Yeah.
our frustration is just, it has bubbled over at this point. It has bubbled over at this point. And hopefully, you know, our leaders are watching, those in authorities are taking notes, and hopefully they take action. That's just, my prayers.
It's I was guilty of what you just said too at some point. I lost hope in our youth, in our people entirely. But this protest reveals something to me. It makes me think that our people are very resilient and we know what we want in effect. I just believe that, in fact, this protest is the beginning of something bigger to come, something bigger. Because our youth are used to staying quiet, respecting the elders, and respecting constituted authority. But what I'm seeing are a new breed right now, and I don't know what the government is going to do about it. But I think
I'm sorry.
something is going to happen. Yeah.
Okay. There's a virtual meeting that is scheduled.
Mm,
Either he pulled out, because he didn't. Nobody wants this protest to be hijacked, right?
mm,
Nobody wants this protest not to achieve its aim. You know,
mm,
right now, the feminist coalition bank
mm.
account has been, they couldn't take money, so they have to start
It
taking
was
money.
it
Bitcoin.
was frozen by
And
CBN apparently.
honestly, I have to be careful. I don't want to accuse anybody,
No,
but
no. Many people got message from the CBN telling them that the account was frozen.
vendors that were in charge of food, drinks, everything they needed, their account too was frozen. You know,
Mm,
so they may say it's because of activities and fraud and all that. I mean, which
yeah.
is constituted financial authority, and they can do that. But I just also feel like they can see the momentum, right? And they can
Mm,
see feminist coalition is honest,
mm,
right? Feminist co is honest with their dealings with where they got the money from, right?
mm,
So I think using that as an excuse to freeze an account, I don't
mm.
know, um, that holds, but we'll see. But again, nothing is stopping the movement. It's going on fine. Even, for every movement, no matter how right your movement is, there will always.
What do you think is the fault? What fault have you observed in this movement as it is right now? Because we have seen so many celebrities who are very careful. They have rejected negotiation. Nobody is wanting to be leader. Showore came in. He wanted to be a leader. He was booed out.
I up
And,
Showore had the revolution now shed horn. You know what I mean?
mm,
And this film can go far. It is going far, right? I came in purposeful not to wear anything. I'm wearing plain clothes, right? It should be.
mm,
I have my interest, right? You have your interest, but I'm not
mm,
in SAS forum to wear anything that preaches anything except for I don't have an NSAS shirt. I will have one right
mm.
now. So he
Yeah.
has solution now shirt on, and he has I think the beret for his party,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So right
Okay.
there's a political undertone, and we don't want that. That's not what NSAS
Okay. Mm,
wasn't. It wasn't him, right?
mm.
Because the
Yeah.
protest, so many celebrities, so many people coming took the background, right? I feel like if maybe not the shirt per se, but
Mm,
trying to come in with your press, with your people, um,
mm.
that's where people got a little bit offended,
I see.
but not to him. I mean, I like Sean. I don't have anything against this person,
Mm,
but I just felt like watching the video, these are the
mm.
errors he made.
Okay, okay. So what is the solution now? What should be done? What should because right now, mind you,
Mhm.
what they are asking right now is a structural revolution. But we have other problems that are facing us. We have political revolution, which we want to be fixed. We have economic revolution. The economy, of course, is in shambles, and socio-cultural revolution. So we are asking for SARS to end, but Nigeria is plagued with a lot of problems that we need to understand. We need to understand the source. It's just like mosquito coming to bite you now. You're trying to kill the mosquito instead of trying the sources of where the mosquito is coming from. Because SARS,
You
a
know,
system problem. Hmm,
mosquitoes, there must be stagnant water around, or something, right? So
hmm,
that's a good question. I'm no expert when it comes to politics, yeah,
hmm,
but I see that again. What is the basic thing that we want? First of all, account
hmm.
and transparency and organization, right?
How can that be achieved? How can accountability be achieved?
Showed it. We just displayed an example. Every young person of all creed, of all tribe came together for one purpose. We just
Hmm,
did. Why can't they come together? Why are we divided along religious lines and political lines? Oh, APC want this, then it becomes a discussion. People are trying to hijack what is good, therefore
hmm,
they're dead, and the thing will not go forward because everybody wants glory, right? Everybody
hmm,
wants. wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But what is good for Nigeria? Not just me, not just
mm,
what is good for the most forgotten Nigeria, meaning people who don't even have access to the internet. When we
yeah.
start along those lines as one,
Mm-hmm.
and what does everybody in Nigeria needs? We need light, we need internet, we need
Okay, the basic necessities. Yeah.
just basic things, right?
Mm, yeah.
We're not asking for too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what this is a suggestion. If you can try to
Mm-hmm.
build good institutions, right?
Yeah. Mm,
The rest will follow. That's I don't know, any
mm,
other. So the judicial system is strong. If legislative is strong, executive
mm.
is strong, it will trickle down. Where there's no
I,
corruption, where there,
I, I agree with you. I thought increasing salaries of workers will at least reduce corruption, giving them enough money that will be okay for them. But I discovered that our politicians, they are well paid, yet they are demanding for more. More. They are looking for a way to siphon even more money. Then I tried to understand myself, why are they greedy? Then I discovered that they are plagued with a lot of problems. They have thousands of people begging them for money every day, and they have to meet up. They have to give them. Somebody will come and tell you, "Hey, my wife just gave birth. I need to fix her problem." Somebody will come and so the politicians are forced to embezzle money because of the system. So the people who are poor, they are coming to beg. Here in Europe, for example, no one begs politicians for money. You will never see any person begging them. So they are not under pressure to give to any person except their family and their commune. So once there is a money that is allocated for the project, it's executed. So first of all, I think the problem is fundamental. You cannot ask politicians not to embezzle money when there are people on their neck constantly pressuring them to give them money. You see, so everybody in the country need to at least we need to raise the middle class to a certain level. And you saw you saw the disparity, the how much the senators were paid. You saw the this thing that came out.
yes, I think also they earn too much for the work they do. They earn
Yeah,
too,
I
they
agree with you.
think have over 1 million
Mm.
dollars or naira for newspaper allowance. I think it's too much.
Yeah, have you even had ship allowance? I saw it.
Right. So
Uh,
again, I guess everything was designed back then. Whenever they designed it, I don't think
mhm.
about a lot of things, right? And now the population has blown out of proportion. You
Mm.
see, so we don't know. I think cutting down government is important.
Mm.
Government
Yeah.
spend
Mm.
budget, because sometimes by the time you pay all these people, and you have to pay them because they show up to work, right? We elected, we have to pay them.
Mhm.
I mean, if I'm elected tomorrow, when I get elected, and you pay me 15 million a month, that's how much you pay me. Is it outrageous? Absolutely. But I'll take my salary,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
So you fault me for taking my salary, right? So, but what you can do is slash the salary. It's too much.
Mm.
We cannot afford to sustain this government the way it's going, and
Yeah.
not generally by it. That's what I think. So it's too big. We're spending too much on them, and I think they can make do with half or maybe quarter of that. I'm not sure because
Mm.
they get all that perks and all that for working for the government, and I personally I don't think people begging them is the problem, right?
Okay.
I
Mm.
don't begging where I am because I have a job,
Mhm.
right? No
Yeah.
matter I wait, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if I don't have anybody to beg, as far as I have a job,
Mhm.
I'll wait. It doesn't matter what's going on or what's happening. If they turn off my lights, it's 2 weeks. I'll get paid.
Mm.
But because of the system, there's no job.
Yeah.
There,
You're right.
you see? So
Mm.
if jobs, what do you think people will do? Hungry people will eat.
The problem is even people that are employed are not well paid. The minimum wage. I do not understand this logic. There is something they call purchasing power parity in a country. If you want your economy to move forward, you pay your teachers. The teachers go to the market, they buy vegetables, and the vegetable person make money. They pay the farmer who make those vegetables. So the money circulates into the system and make the economy strong. But I fail to understand why our politicians do not understand this simple logic that the higher your citizen earn, the stronger your economy becomes. But it's like, why would we be giving people minimum wage for 52,000, 50,000? That is like 150,000, $100. How can you expect them to live, buy cars, pay rent, pay light? Why is it? Is there any pleasure?
Of the top guy who earns like 50,000 naira every month and is a sad thing. I mean, I was shocked. I'm like, this is how much they earn. And then I saw
Mm,
people of where they live, how they live. I'm like, oh my God, it's this is beyond them. You
mm,
know, and I still hold them responsible for how they
yeah,
put back. Nobody should, because they came in contact with police. Nobody should be
mm,
arrested. Your phone should not be checked. You shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a crime for you to own a laptop,
yeah,
right? So those
mm,
things are there. But they too, on the other side, police are human beings, right?
mm,
They need to um, find a way, reform the police. They need
mm,
training, but they need adequate, sustainable salary as well.
yeah, mm. I think there was a time I went to visit a hospital here in France, and there was an automatic gate that you go in, you pay, you collect the ticket. When you come in and you present the same ticket, if you pass more than an hour, you have to pay for the time you spent in there. So I thought, when I heard, I was impressed. I said, how can we fix corruption on the Nigerian street? First of all, we need a very beautiful road. Then secondly, we need an
Mhm.
automatic machines, automatic toll gate that doesn't need individuals who will stay there or
Right.
police.
You think advancement is slow because advancement brings checks and balances. So do you think embracing technology, we're not embracing all this, all these things that helps institution just because they want to keep this system the way it is? Because it benefits them.
Mhm.
Do you think that's why? I've always wanted to.
Yes, when you speak of accountability, that's what it is. I think they are not interested in the new system. They just want to put people on the street and do whatever they want to do. But personally, to me, the new technology is the only solution right now. When you want to improve accountability, you want to improve, transparency. Because if you put, let's say, imagine every federal road with a target. This target, what they do, they scan the content of your vehicle. If you're carrying a gun, drugs is automatically scanned. The people who are standing are equipped with dogs. So if you're moving from every state to another state, you should be able to have access to the toll gate. That's what I'm suggesting. Not individuals on the street. You have to scan the vehicle by vehicle, asking you for money, because the moment you leave them on the street, they will not stop what they're doing.
And there are risks too, stopping vehicles, you don't even know what's inside. Yeah, I think it's risk on both sides, right?
Hmm,
Because I mean, it could be any dangerous citizen as well. And once they see, they cannot turn back, right? And once they see an approaching police officer, because they die too, they get attacked too. I mean,
hmm,
let's right. So, and they too, it's like they're just out there at their own discretion. There's
hmm.
something politics that we call street level bureaucrats and policemen. Street level they operate and deal with the citizen every day. So for
Yeah.
me, the street level bureaucrat who uses his discretion every day to be able to carry out his job needs protection as well.
Hmm,
So the whole environment is hostile on both sides, right? The citizen is not safe. The street SLB is not safe as well. So now, and everything is hostile, right? So any little thing is escalated, right? Oh, give me bribe. Oh, I'm not giving you a bribe today. And it's like, what? I'm out here earning less than $100 a day and you're driving
hmm,
the car and you were born in 1990. Where did you get money from? And
hmm,
he are all living in Nigeria, right?
hmm,
So again, depending on his own values, or
hmm.
you know, now he's going to assume everybody's a thief, everybody's illegal, everybody's fraudulent, right? So he has his own set of beliefs and bias that he's using
Yeah.
to you. I'm approaching a Nigerian policeman with my own set of beliefs and bias as well. right?
Mm.
It's almost like write a thesis on, because it's unreal, right? Are good people making bad choices in the Nigerian police system?
Mm.
Absolutely. And why is that? Because we cannot just demonize the police, right?
Yeah.
You
Mm.
cannot. I mean, this, like I always say, a poor person will eat. If you finish eating, will feed the rich.
Mhm.
Every citizen is going to feed. So when you talk about crimes, when you talk about joblessness, when you talk about the lazy youth, right? What is
Mm.
what is the source, right?
Mm.
That is, there's no welfare system, right? We don't even know how many we are, right? We're just going by, okay, what we can, right?
Estimate. Mm.
Data is a big deal. You cannot meet the needs of people you don't even know. How can you buy bag of rice for a family and you don't know how many they are, right?
Mm.
You don't know if it's going to be sufficient, right? You
Mm.
cannot ration certain amount, and then when you break it down, per head is $50 per Nigerian to go to school,
Mm.
and you want good education. How? It's not enough. So when something is not enough and you give it to this legislature, the legislature, they can it's not going to be enough anyway. So they're not going to use their personal funds, right? So I'm just saying
Yeah.
for them, it is wrong on all levels to be corrupt. It is wrong on all levels to take money that is for a particular project. Eat it. It's not enough for more. Start and then we'll finish. I think it's time for the Nigerian youth to also be politically aware. It's not
Mm.
about being strict. Are you registered to vote? Are you registered to vote? If you're 18, you
Yeah.
should have a voting card.
Yeah.
Register to vote. Make your voice count. Else, it
Mm.
doesn't matter in 2023 anyway. It doesn't matter how many roads we block if your votes don't speak for you, right?
Mm.
So, in my
Yeah.
mind, how can we get people to go to Tollgate and register people to vote, right? Let's meet them where they are, right? Because food vendors are meeting them where they are. Our musicians are coming to meet them where they are. How can we organize? Now,
Mm.
one voice, but let's organize. Let's not kill this energy. Let's use it for something good. Let's be productive.
What? Why did you keep quiet?
I don't know. I thought maybe my time was up when you raised your hand.
No, no, I didn't raise mine. I was just trying to change the layout.
Oh,
Yeah. So, what would you like to say now in conclusion to all these? You have a note with you.
yeah.
I didn't even ask you.
I mean, I just want to appeal to the IGP, appeal
Mm.
to our president, appeal to the young people. You're doing well, young people. So glad, to witness this in my lifetime, right?
Mm.
Not that I've ever imagined this could happen, right? Here in Hensa, because I know that this is a good cause. It is a good cause. But
Yeah.
this time, for those in authority, they are still in authority. They are still above us. To please
Mm.
humble themselves, listen to us, come to the table, dialogue,
Mhm.
negotiate, don't order, right? Young people resist authority anyway.
Yeah.
So don't come too hard. We will
Mm.
listen. We put you there. I mean,
Mhm.
you can vote directly, but I mean, you're there, so we love you, right? We
Yeah.
don't. This is not anti-government. This is not.
Mm.
This is for one single cause, right? To deliver
Mm.
the Nigeria that we hope and dream.
Mm. Mm. Thank you so much. Will you come back again?
No, it's pushing. I don't know. you know,
All right. I will see what our audience will say. Who will hear what they will say if they want you again on this show.
I
So thank you so much
don't be
for your
hard.
time.
I
It was
facts. Don't be hard. Everything else. drop your opinion, encourage us. We'll love feedback. Of course, I love feedback. I want to get better, and I want to know what's going on ground. So thank you so much. Uh, I enjoyed myself, actually.
Okay. Thank
I'll,
you so much. All right. See you next time. Bye.
thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.